There's some update news coming out of Pittsburgh, as the Steelers have claimed an offensive lineman off of waivers. So, the Steelers, they've signed Lati Smith from the New England Patriots. But first, before I get more into him and his introduction to you, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now, let's get right back into it. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers have claimed offensive guard Lati Smith off of waivers from the New England Patriots, according to insider from the NFL Network, Tom Pelissero. Now, when looking at Lati Smith, he was born in 1998, he's 26 years old, he stands at 6'3", 314 pounds, and he plays offensive guard. He came out as a 6th round pick from the Arizona Cardinals in the 2022 NFL Draft when he went to college at Virginia Tech. Smith, he's appeared in 18 NFL games in his career with only 3 starts, however. With the Patriots in 2024, Smith played in 8 games with 1 start, technically starting in Week 8 against the New York Jets, but functioning as a tackle eligible who logged just 3 offensive snaps. He logged just 5 snaps with the New England Patriots. So, the bulk of Smith's work in the NFL came with the Arizona Cardinals, however, and that was a team that drafted him. So, he logged 209 snaps as a rookie. Most of that came in a 3-week span that included starts in Week 10 against the Los Angeles Rams and Week 11 versus the San Francisco 49ers. So, Smith, he doesn't have that much experience in the NFL in terms of games actually played, but in terms of experience in the league in years, he's been in the league a few years now. Looking at Smith out of Virginia, Smith primarily played guard, but as a senior, started 1 game at left tackle, and per Pro Football Reference, most of Smith's 2022 snaps came at right guard, 202 snaps. Across 123 preseason snaps with the New England Patriots, he logged 79 snaps at left guard, 41 at center, and 3 at right guard. His 5 regular season snaps came at either fullback or tackle eligible. So far with Smith throughout his career, he's been playing all over the offense line, and that's kind of what you have to do when you're a depth piece and someone who's not a starter. You have to be ready when someone gets injured that you're going to step in and fill their role. And you have to be able to play in multiple positions. And that's what Smith brings to the Pittsburgh Steelers now. He brings versatility to the offensive line and gets someone that's going to be a depth piece. Someone who's going to come in and maybe take over if someone gets injured or needs a few plays off, or if they get injured long term. Smith might be a guy who could come in and play multiple roles for the Steelers, whether that's offensive tackle or guard, or even tackle eligible. If the Steelers bring in an extra offense line, Smith may be a guy who could come in and play that role. So, when looking at Smith, in addition to his Cardinals and Patriots stint, he also spent time with the Houston Texans, Philadelphia Eagles, and Green Bay Packers. But he didn't really spend much time with either of those teams. Now, going all the way back to when he first came out of college, at the combine, Smith checked in, like I said, at 6'3", 313 pounds, and he had 31 7/8-inch arms, and he ran a 5.18 second 40-yard dash time with a 1.79 10-yard split time, and looking at his pro day, he jumped 25.5 inches in the vertical and put up 25 reps on the bench press. So, Smith has been on the Steelers' radar before. Pittsburgh actually worked him out in October 2023, but did not end up signing him. So obviously they like what he could bring to the table in terms of a depth piece because they were interested in him back then in 2023. And now in 2025, he's on the team off of waivers. This isn't just a regular signing. This is him being waived by the Patriots and the Steelers claiming him off of waivers. So when you have to claim someone off of waivers, it's an extra step. And that means you actually want him before any other team can sign him. So it brings the extra kind of versatility to the team, and the Steelers actually wanted him before any other team grabbed him. So looking at him, he will attempt to add offense line depth after several veterans left the team in free agency, like offensive tackle Dan Moore Jr., signed with the Tennessee Titans, offensive guard James Daniels left for the Miami Dolphins, and center and guard Nate Herbig took a deal with the Washington Commanders, so he'll look to bring some depth to the team, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are all stacked up on the starters, but in terms of the backups and the depth pieces, he could fill in multiple roles, and that's what he could bring to this team. He's not going to be someone who's going to come in and be an everyday starter, or he's going to be a beast on the offensive line in terms of mauling people. That's not what he's going to bring to the table right away. He could bring that into the game if he actually checks into the game. But until then, he'll be on the sideline, and we're going to have to see how it pans out with him on the Pittsburgh Steelers. When looking at Lati Smith coming into the Pittsburgh Steelers, if I'm not mistaken, other than McCollum, in which the Pittsburgh Steelers basically signed from a tender contract, he's the only offensive lineman that the Steelers have added this offseason in free agency. And what does that mean? Well, the Steelers have lost many players on the offensive line, and they bring in Lati Smith as the first addition. And when you're the first addition on the offensive line, that means your priority in terms of your backup role is the highest. So him coming in means that he's going to have the highest priority as a backup. So it's going to be really nice to see what he actually does with the Pittsburgh Steelers, if he contributes, if he's just teaching the younger guys in front of him. For example, the Pittsburgh Steelers have some young offensive linemen, Zach Frazier. They also have Mason McCormick, who are more than likely going to be the starter again. So Lati Smith, with now a few years in the league and seeing multiple roles at different positions, he can help multiple guys kind of get better. Broderick Jones is also really young at left tackle. Troy Fautanu is also really young at right tackle. So the only real veteran on this team is Isaiahh at left guard. But Lati Smith, he brings some veteran presence with a few years in the league, bouncing around many teams, seeing many roles in different scenarios at different positions. So hopefully he can help these young guys as well. He's going to bring in a depth piece to this team, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to need that with some guys leaving. And the thing is, with the Steelers' offensive lines that they end up drafting or bringing in free agency, they usually get guys who are good at being anchors and kind of holding up their guys, but also guys who could get out in space and run and reach to the next level. And that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers usually look for in the offense line. The Steelers' offense line has been a group that usually gets injured. There's always some pieces going down. For example, Isaiahh missed the first few games of the season. Zach Frazier missed a few games here and there as well. Also, James Daniels out basically the entire season on the offense line. So the Pittsburgh Steelers also had Nate Herbig go down. The Steelers are a team that usually gets injured on the offense line. So Smith coming in, he more than likely will see some playing time. Hopefully no injuries happen, but this is the NFL. This is the trenches in the NFL. The most physical part of football is the trenches. So people are going to go injured. People are going to go down with injury. You have to be ready to step up at any situation. And Smith more than likely will see some playing time. But anyway, this is the end of the video. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this edition of the Pittsburgh Steelers adding Smith off of waivers, claiming him from the New England Patriots after he was released by that team. What do you think he'll bring to the Steelers? Do you think you'll see any playing time this season? And if you do, how do you see him contributing to this team? Do you think he'll be a good depth piece, a good mentor? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis, reports, everything surrounding the Pittsburgh Steelers. I cover it, so make sure you stay tuned to this channel. Every new edition that we've signed so far this offseason, it's on the channel. Go ahead and check them all out. And also every new edition that's going to be up and coming for the Steelers, whether that's Aaron Rodgers or someone else, it'll be covered on the channel. Also, all the news, all the rumors surrounding free agency, trade, the draft, is going to be here as well. So stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe, turn on notifications, and until the next video, I'll see you guys all later. I'm out. Peace.